What if I told you that the secret to unshakable happiness isn't positive thinking, but actually imagining losing everything you love? What if 5 minutes of negative thinking could make you more grateful than years of gratitude journals? The Stoics discovered something that sounds completely backwards, but works like magic. Stay with me, because this ancient practice is about to revolutionize how you see your entire life. If you're new here, welcome to Daily Stoic Insights. This is episode 2 of our life-changing series, How to Think Like a Stoic. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because each episode in this series builds powerful mental frameworks that compound over time. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Welcome back, modern Stoics. I hope you've been practicing the dichotomy of control from episode 1. If you haven't watched it yet, pause this video and go watch it first. These episodes build on each other. Today we're diving into one of the most misunderstood but powerful Stoic practices, negative visualization, or as the Stoics called it, premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Now, before you think this is about being pessimistic or depressing, let me tell you what happened to me when I started practicing this. I used to take everything for granted: my health, my relationships, my morning coffee, even the fact that I woke up breathing. Then I discovered this practice, and within a week, I was more grateful for ordinary moments than I'd ever been for extraordinary achievements. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, practiced this daily. Marcus Aurelius used it to appreciate his empire. And today, you're going to learn how to use it to transform ordinary moments into profound appreciation. Here's what I'm going to give you today: the exact 5-minute negative visualization practice that Seneca used every evening, plus 3 different variations you can use depending on your situation. And I'll show you the scientific reason why this works better than traditional gratitude practices. So stick with me, because this gets really practical and really powerful. Understanding negative visualization. Let me start with a story that will change how you think about this practice. Imagine you're Seneca, advisor to Emperor Nero, one of the richest and most powerful men in ancient Rome. You have everything: wealth, influence, luxury beyond imagination. But you also know that Nero is unpredictable and dangerous. Any day, you could lose everything, including your life. So what do? You practice negative visualization. Every evening, Seneca would imagine losing his wealth, his position, even his life. Not to torture himself, but to prepare mentally and to appreciate what he had while he had it. And guess what happened? When Nero eventually turned on him and ordered his death, Seneca faced it with such calm dignity that his death became legendary. He had been preparing for that moment for years. The psychology behind the practice. Here's why negative visualization works so powerfully. Hedonic adaptation. Our brains are wired to adapt to good things quickly. That promotion you were excited about? Within weeks, it becomes normal. That new relationship? The initial excitement fades. This is called hedonic adaptation, and it's why we constantly need more to feel satisfied. Negative visualization breaks this cycle. By temporarily imagining loss, you reset your appreciation baseline. Contrast effect: when you imagine not having something, then open your eyes and realize you still have it. The contrast creates genuine gratitude. It's like being in a dark room and then stepping into sunlight. The light feels more brilliant because of the contrast. Mental preparation. Life is unpredictable. Loss is inevitable. By mentally rehearsing difficult scenarios, you build psychological resilience. You're not being pessimistic, you're being prepared. The 3 types of negative visualization. Type 1. Loss of possessions. Imagine losing your material possessions, your home, your car, your savings. Not to create anxiety, but to appreciate what you have and to realize that your happiness doesn't depend on these things. Seneca would sometimes actually live like a poor person for a few days, eating simple food, wearing basic clothes, sleeping on the floor. He'd say, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress," saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" Type 2. Loss of people. This is the most powerful and emotional form. Imagine, just for a moment, losing the people you love. Your spouse, your children, your parents, your closest friends. I know this sounds morbid, but here's what happens. When you finish the visualization and see your loved ones again, you appreciate them with fresh eyes. You notice things you usually take for granted. You're more present, more loving, more grateful. Type 3. Loss of abilities. Imagine losing your health, your senses, your mental faculties. Picture not being able to see a sunset, hear music, or think clearly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." The Seneca Evening Practice. Here's the exact practice Seneca used every evening. Step 1. Find a quiet space, 5 minutes before bed. Step 2. Choose your focus, one area, possessions, people, or abilities. Step 3. Gentle imagination, 2 to 3 minutes of imagining loss. Step 4. Return to reality. Open your eyes and appreciate what you have. Step 5. Gratitude reflection. Spend 1 to 2 minutes feeling genuine appreciation. Common misconceptions and mistakes. Misconception 1. This is about being negative truth. This is about being realistic and appreciative. You're not dwelling on loss. You're using temporary imagination to create lasting gratitude. Misconception 2. This will make you anxious truth. When done correctly, this reduces anxiety by mentally preparing you for challenges and increasing appreciation for the present. Misconception 3. This is morbid or depressing truth. This is life-affirming. By acknowledging the temporary nature of everything, you learn to love more deeply and live more fully. Real-world applications. Let me give you specific examples. For your relationship, instead of taking your partner for granted, spend 2 minutes imagining life without them. Not their death, just their absence. Then look at them with fresh eyes. Notice their laugh, their quirks, their presence. Watch how this transforms your interactions. For your health, imagine not being able to walk, see, or hear. Then go for a walk and really experience it. Feel your legs moving, see the colors around you, hear the sounds of life. Suddenly, a simple walk becomes a miracle. For your work, imagine losing your job or your business. Then return to work with appreciation for the opportunity, the challenges, and even the difficult parts. This doesn't make you complacent. It makes you more engaged and resilient. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds intense. How do I start without overwhelming myself? Perfect question. I'm about to give you 3 beginner-friendly variations that ease you into this practice. Plus, I promised you the scientific backing for why this works better than regular gratitude practices. Keep watching. This is where it gets really interesting. Beginner-friendly variations. The gentle start. Temporary absence. Instead of imagining permanent loss, imagine temporary absence. What if your phone died for a day? What if you couldn't drive for a week? What if you had to eat the same simple meal for a month? This builds the mental muscle without the emotional intensity. The gratitude contrast before your regular gratitude practice. Spend 30 seconds imagining not having one thing you're grateful for. Then write or think about why you're grateful for it. The contrast makes the gratitude more vivid and genuine. The historical perspective. Think about people throughout history who didn't have what you have. No electricity, no modern medicine, no instant communication. This creates appreciation without personal loss imagery. The science behind negative visualization. Neuroplasticity research studies show that imagining scenarios activates the same brain regions as experiencing them. When you imagine loss and then return to reality, your brain experiences genuine relief and gratitude. Hedonic adaptation studies research by Dr. Sonia Lyabomirsky shows that people who practice gratitude interventions with contrast, like negative visualization, maintain higher happiness levels than those who practice simple gratitude listing. Resilience-building studies on mental rehearsal show that people who imagine challenging scenarios before they happen cope better when real challenges arise. They're less shocked, less overwhelmed, and more resourceful. Advanced techniques for experienced practitioners. The Stoic death meditation. This is the most advanced practice. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Spend time contemplating your own mortality, not morbidly, but as a reminder that life is precious because it's temporary. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live. The reverse visualization after practicing negative visualization. Imagine the best possible outcomes. This creates a full emotional range and helps you appreciate both the security of what you have and the excitement of what's possible. The Stoic time travel. Imagine yourself at the end of your life, looking back. What would you regret not appreciating? What would you wish you had paid more attention to? Then return to the present with that perspective. Integration with daily life. Morning integration. Start your day with 30 seconds of negative visualization. Imagine your day going wrong. Then appreciate that you have the opportunity to make it go right. Relationship enhancement before important conversations. Briefly imagine not having that person in your life. This makes you more present, more patient, and more loving in the interaction. Work appreciation before complaining about your job. Imagine not having one. This doesn't mean accepting poor treatment, but it helps you approach challenges with gratitude rather than resentment. Dealing with resistance. This feels too negative. Remember, you're not trying to be negative. You're using temporary imagination to create lasting positivity. The goal is appreciation, not depression. I'm afraid it will manifest bad things. This isn't manifestation or attraction. It's preparation and appreciation. You're not inviting loss. You're building resilience and gratitude. It makes me too emotional. Start smaller. Use the gentle variations. Build up gradually. The emotional response shows it's working. You're reconnecting with what matters. The compound effect of regular practice. Week 1. You notice things you usually take for granted. Week 2. Your complaints decrease significantly. Week 3. You become more present with loved ones. Month 2. You handle setbacks with greater resilience. Month 3. You develop unshakable appreciation for ordinary moments. Month 6. You realize you're happier with less than you used to be with more. All right, we're getting to the most practical part now. I'm about to give you the exact words Seneca used in his evening practice, plus a 7-day challenge that will transform how you see your life. And I have something special at the end, a sneak peek of episode 3, where we'll explore the Stoic practice of Memento Mori, and how thinking about death can make you more alive than ever. All right, we're getting to the most practical part now. I'm about to give you the exact words Seneca used in his evening practice, plus a 7-day challenge that will transform how you see your life. And I have something special at the end, a sneak peek of episode 3, where we'll explore the Stoic practice of Memento Mori, and how thinking about death can make you more alive than ever. Before you go, I need you to do something that will change your life right now. First, hit that like button. But here's why this matters. Every like tells YouTube that ancient wisdom deserves a place in our modern world. You're not just liking a video. You're voting for depth over superficiality, for wisdom over noise. Second, I want you to comment with this phrase, I appreciate what I have. But here's the thing, I want you to really mean it when you write those words. Think about one thing you usually take for granted, and feel genuine appreciation for it as you type. Third, share this video with someone who needs more gratitude in their life. Maybe it's someone who's always complaining, or someone going through a tough time who's lost perspective. You could literally shift their entire outlook by sharing this message. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? This is episode 2 of 10, and each one builds on the last. You're not just subscribing to a channel, you're committing to a complete transformation in how you think and live. Come back next week and tell me about your negative visualization practice. I want to hear how it changed your perspective, what you noticed, and what you appreciated for the first time. Remember, everything you have is a gift, and everything you love is temporary. That's not a reason to be sad. It's a reason to be grateful. I'll see you in episode 3. Until then, appreciate everything.